Let's now move to Bayelsa State, where the state's investment promotion agency has convened key players from the business community to discuss improved access to credit. The gathering also talked about ongoing reforms aimed at easing the cost of doing business in the state. Joseph Kunde has details.
At a time when many small and medium businesses struggle to access loans and navigate regulatory bottlenecks, the Bayelsa Investment Promotion Agency, alongside the state's action on business-enabling reforms, is bringing both government and the private sector to the table, seeking solutions to unlock growth and strengthen the state's economy. The engagement focuses on two major issues: access to credit and business-enabling reforms. The meeting held in Yenagoa is designed to identify obstacles affecting entrepreneurs and to shape policies that would make it easier for businesses to thrive.
You can have access to all the capital in the world. You can have all the, you can even have all the inspiration and vision. But if you don't have the knowledge as to how to carry that out, it's really wasted. So over the last 4 days, these are the sorts of things that we've been focusing on: building up our own staff, giving them the fundamentals that they need in terms of investment promotion. We have also partnered with the ICRC, which is the Infrastructure Concession Regulatory Commission. We had a team of them here from Abuja that trained as staff for 2 days on the basics of PPP, what it takes to structure a PPP, what it takes to fund, to finance a PPP, what are the pitfalls that you have to look out for.
For entrepreneurs, the push is clear: easier loans, less bureaucracy, and reforms that bring real relief.
Engagements like this are meant for the government to understand what else do you need, what other step do you want us to take so that we can help you achieve the things you want to achieve. The government wants to see businesses grow in Bayelsa State, not just in the food, food value chain, but in so many value chains that you look at, within the business sector.
The banks are not spirits; they're not soothsayers that will know that okay, you are doing business. One thing that will make them to know is the numbers. And when they see the numbers in your bank statement, they see the activities that go on in your account, that gives them at least give them an idea that this man or this woman is doing business. Number two, we have a very poor credit history. We don't know how to take loans and pay back.
The state's action on business-enabling reforms also trained over 30 persons on the ease of doing business in Yenagoa. Joseph Kunde, TVC News, Yenagoa.
Joseph Kunde joins me now from Yenagoa. Joseph, what more can you tell me about the objectives of this engagement and what were the key issues raised during the discussions?
Basically, we're looking at the government institutions, the private sector, of course, the business developers coming together to see how these particular bottlenecks can be handled. And talking about bottlenecks, the access to credit, of course, is one of those things that was looked at, as well as some bottlenecks in terms of bureaucracies, or how these things can be achieved. And then there was a massive talk about multiple taxation as well, whereby people tend to pay for X, Y, Z different times, not harmonizing all of these things together. So the persons that were on ground after the whole event was done, they said no. It was the fact that I came here and I benefited, has made me now become a better entrepreneur, not just knowing how I need to get money, but how I can source for good credit and of course get those things as well. Because it took a lot of time in explaining financial planning to the persons that was there in the training.
Okay, Joseph, what concrete outcomes or commitments emerged from this meeting?
First thing has to be the fact that they have to reduce the way processes are being done internally in terms of how these things, if you're applying for something, how you want to register for your businesses, what you need to know, and how you need to go about it. And of course, the government said we are going to reduce some of those processes so that people don't spend too long the time or don't get discouraged when they're trying to apply for registration for a new business. Because whether I like it or not, Bayelsa tends to have people registering for businesses almost every day. We have new businesses coming up virtually every time. So they're trying to see how they can streamline it and ensure that people can have access to registration a lot more better than it used to be. And then secondly, they are looking at the template that came from Lagos, of course, looking how they can harmonize taxation and of course reduce those heavy levies that tends to come from different quarters. So if they have those areas being harmonized, it's going to say you're just going to pay one tax for that cover for your business for over the period of time. So that's one thing that they looked at, and of course it really went going well. Then another particular one that is interesting happens to be for infrastructure. Yes, the state government has talked about the fact that from December, sometime in December, that we are already going to be having access to 4-hour power supply. So you know what that means when you have a power supply for your businesses. So they're trying to do that, and of course, look at all those internal roads as well in the state, and showing that wherever you are, you can connect to wherever and take your goods and services to anywhere in Bayelsa State.
Thank you, Joseph Kunu, for joining us.